This is the first train to arrive from Kaduna to the Idu train station as hundreds of passengers disembark while many more will be boarding back to Kaduna. Daily, there are more than 700 passengers transported by train.
Well, it's a nice idea that we are having train working now in Nigeria. It will make transportation much easier for any person that feel like moving a longer distance. So it's a good idea.
I am impressed about the way it looks. I'm impressed about how it's organized, how the fences are almost everywhere. I'm impressed of the station and how it was built well.
It saved me money and time because had it been I followed the main road transport, the car. Right now maybe I might be in the checkpoint or I might end up in the filling station buying fuel.
The common man is a way of subsidy because he can travel easily with small money. And to the people that have money for their own safety and security, it's better using the rail line.
The ever-busy Abuja-Kaduna standard gauge railway is one of the success stories of the revolution of the transport sector under President Muhammadu Buhari.
It's fantastic. It has helped a lot, and at the same time with the comfort, and then it leaves at the time that it's supposed to leave, and then within less than 2 hours or 2 hours plus you reach where you want to go. For people who have business and things to do, I think it reduces stress and tension, and they can plan what they want to do in a day and come back same day. So it is really a great help to us Nigerians as a whole.
It's moving in the right direction.
They have done wonderfully well.
The President Muhammadu Buhari, should be commended because it shows some level of goodwill or political will for policy continuity.
Additional rolling stock have been added with these new coaches. The rail line has not only provided alternative means of transportation but has stimulated economic activities in the FCT and Kaduna State.
The impact of those new coaches we deployed to service and commissioned by the President has been very wonderful and successful, in the sense that before then we were moving about 550 to 600 per day. So we have moved to about 1,600 per day. Which means we are scared whether they will be able to engage those coaches, which means what that is telling us that we require more coaches, we require more frequency. The more frequency you have, the more people have faith in the system. And thank God again, the government has already approved more rolling stock to be purchased, not only for Kaduna Abuja, for the Lagos-Ibadan, Itakbe, Warri. That one has been signed, approved, and they are working on it. And before the end of the year, we'll start getting those rolling stocks.
How many are we expecting?
We are expecting about 36 number coaches, and we are expecting 6 locomotives for freight and 4 locomotives for passengers. So that's what we are expecting in that contract. There are many freight wagons, at about 200 wagons of various types are expected in that contract. So, and the wagons, the beauty of it is that an agreement was signed that most of them will be made in Nigeria. They will develop a workshop where they can assemble those things. So that was what the agreement says.
The commencement of the train service has significantly eased the pressure on the once busy Abuja-Kaduna road and less accidents recorded.
The railway, of course, is one of the critical areas that has been mentioned in this administration. For me, because I now move around at times from Kaduna to Abuja. So the ones we have there is now, we are having it very commendable, very excellent, that people now move around. We now want to abandon the road to the rail.
The railway is going to help all of us because if a trailer now go to Lagos to carry motorcycle spare parts to To Kano, we charge 700 or 800, but railway can carry for about 50,000, around 100,000. You now bring the price of that motorcycle down, or any goods you are carrying from that place. So it's very, very good.
We all know what this country is going through some few years back. All the roads were dilapidated simply because all forces were on the road.
The new corridor of growing labor force with huge potential for business has opened at the Idu and Rigasa train stations in Abuja and Kaduna.
The name Rigasa used to be associated with fear, with criminality. But now, with the coming of the railway, Rigasa is now a new place, a better place, and a place to be. With the coming of the railway, Rigasa has now become a bubbling place with different activities. The people are happy and they are so glad with the president because they say it has opened up a new vista for them.
Gaskiya ni kaina da aka fara wannan aiki da railway station da duk wanda suke cin abinci a wannan wuri da sauransu sun ji daɗi sosai fiye da inda kike zato. Kuma mu irin wannan Allah ya so ya yarda wani buɗi ne wanda yake cewa sosai ba wanda bai ji daɗi ba a nan wajen 100%.
So before na 3 I dey carry for hand I dey waka, but now I dey reach one bag plenty. I dey get to chop, I dey get everything, I dey pay school for my children, I dey do sadaka for my almajiri when they pass. So I dey happy for this very well.
Wow, so you dey happy well.
Well, pass well.
Hey,
I tell you.
We people keke napep and motor, we are many there, but we are very appreciating with government. They have already assisted us with this train station, honestly speaking.
I'm very happy, Rigasa youth. I'm very happy.
The Itakpe-Ajakuta-Warri Railway Line is one of the oldest in the country. First awarded in 1987, it was abandoned for more than 30 years.
We want the work to go on so that our boys will get employment.
But now that the government wants to come to our aid, formerly we have been suffering, even though we know the financial aspect of it. They didn't do their best.
With the re-awarding of the contract, construction work has reached advanced stage.
So this year you have the solid mineral activities on this belt. But what we are doing now is to ensure that there's also commercial passenger activities. The federal government has approved and we're looking for funds to connect Itakpe to Abuja.
And by His grace, August, we'll start operating. But before then, we'll do what we call trial run on the track. The only thing they have now is to the high tension cables that we are sagging have to be lifted up so that it will not be fouling the track. So we hope before the middle of June, we'll run the trains there just for on inspection ride, because the coaches are there. Then we'll get the locomotive started and we'll go on that inspection.
Rail transformation is a holistic plan by the federal government. As her dream to link in major cities intensifies, construction work at major sites build up. With every hit, the clock ticks as site workers hasten to complete the laying of tracks. Construction work at the 156 kilometers Lagos-Ibadan standard gauge rail line is continuing at a fast pace.
We've reviewed the entire project from Lagos Apapa Seaport to the last station at Ibadan. And I think, including the Minister for Information, we are satisfied with the progress. There are hitches here and there, like you already know, which they found solutions to some of them to up to 60%, which means we are progressing. Those were hitches that made us not to carry on the work in Lagos area.
The December date for the Lagos-Ibadan modern gauge is not negotiable. And I'm happy to say that both consultants, contractors, and everybody involved have seen why it is important to meet this deadline. Yes, there are challenges, like Honorable Minister has said, but they're not insurmountable.
With about 7,000 people employed at the site, the Lagos-Ibadan project is expected to boost economic activities along the road and facilitate the economic diversification of the government.
So, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari is working hard to ensure that we can address our infrastructure deficit, provide transportation. Transportation is very, very key for the movement of goods and services. So we must create the infrastructure to create the jobs and employ Nigerians. That is the principal aim of the change agenda and the economic recovery and growth plan of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari.
Before we have it as problem, challenges, going to Lagos, from here to Lagos, let's say Dumata, you can spend close to 6 hours because of the bottleneck of the traffic. But now it will be very, very easy for you. You'll be able to regulate your time. You'll be able to say, okay, in this time, I'll be at Idumata. That is it. Now, again, as this construction work is going on, it's providing jobs for the teeming youth in this area. Many artisans that don't have anything to do, for bricklayers, carpenters, for economic value is going to open this place tremendously.
Record shows that when completed, it would remove between 2 to 3 million tons of cargo from the road annually.
All this farming and other projects in this community, some of them will use the opportunity of transporting their goods to the market.
Everybody will feel the impact. Farmer, businessman, civil servant.
Analysts agree that it is obvious there is an ambitious plan by the federal government to connect all the cities across the country by rail.
Government is a continuum. Regardless of what regime the particular government is, we now need to go into how impactful what they have done is. What corresponding contribution as such development has on the sector. Honorable Mamechi, in terms of the mass transportation sector also, there have been a lot. You can see the synergy now between the railways.
The signing of the $6.68 billion contract for the Abuja-Kaduna railway segment of the Lagos-Kano standard gauge railway line at the Federal Executive Council came as another boost.
There are 15% contribution, which is 50% counterpart funding, and imagine 50% of $6.7 billion plus nearly $2 billion in the Kano-Kaduna. We'll try. The message we're able to pay the 300 billion naira between this year and next year. So we're waiting for this year's budget.
But I'm also fully aware that there is a plan for it, that there's just signed a new agreement for the Abuja-Kaduna section just a few days ago. So we expect to see some progress very soon to be beneficial for the Nigerians, to make it a lot easier to travel for the Nigerians, but also to make it a lot easier for the goods to go around in the country.
Negotiations have reached advanced stage of the construction of other railway lines. Minister of Transportation, Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, who is not resting until the rails are completed, says 3 speed line projects of Lagos to Kano, Lagos to Calabar and Port Harcourt to Maiduguri are crucial to the administration.
What GE is coming to do between this May and June, they will start before the end of June, is to do partial rehabilitation of these lines. Currently, we are doing about 16 to 18 kilometers per hour. Now, it's not how long it took us from Abuja-Kaduna. They will rehabilitate the line so that we can at least increase to 40 kilometers per hour, and then they will rehabilitate both Lagos to Kano, to Funtua, and to Kaura and Amoda, and also rehabilitate from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. But that will require nearly about another $50 million to do by GE. In GE, this is a consortium, and they have about 3 to 4 companies that are doing it. When they do that, while that is going on, we'll continue the construction of the standard gauge, so that the economic and political pressure we are currently suffering from different people will be resolved.
This is the kind of dividends that Nigerians are looking for.
More also effectiveness in terms of transportation, goods, and what have been.
It is a dream come true for the Abuja residents. Many said the test running of the light rail project is a big relief.
This is what we have been yearning for. And this present administration has proved to us that they are equal to the task. This project has been idle for so many years. Can we say it's a privilege? In fact, we know it's our right, but what if they didn't do it? There's nothing we can do. It save time, save cost, the risk, and so many things attached to it. In fact, to me, it's a very big welcome development.
I think it's a good thing that they are reviving the railways. We will enjoy it, and we are happy about it.
The economic growth will be quite on the high side.
The 45.2-kilometer road, which is expected to be inaugurated this year, will serve as a catalyst and a pull factor to the economy.
In the last 3 years, the administration has taken the rail project, which started 2007 or so, and which after 10 years was still at about 54%. This administration took the 2 corridors that was started and has taken it to 100% completion. So the lots 1A and the lot 3 are now completed. That is taking it from 54%, which it was in 2015, after almost 8 years, to 100% in just 2.5 years. That we are ready for commissioning. And any moment from now, Mr. President will be a guest in FCT to commission the rail project.
With 12 substations, the first line connects the city center with the airport and the link to the Abuja-Kaduna railway line. Experts have described as versatile the huge impact of railway development in Nigeria, which has trickled down to the masses during the 3-year of the President Muhammadu Buhari administration.
We are providing funding for making sure we keep the maintenance at top level. We have an ongoing maintenance on the track with the company that constructed the track. We also have an ongoing maintenance with those people supplying the rolling stock, rides, the locomotive and coaches. And on the station, we have a third party that we engaged, and any day refuse to live up to expectation, who just dispense, we will not beg him and get a proper person.
Aside from the movement of passengers and opening up of business opportunities, it has created hundreds of job opportunities for teeming youths.
And the beauty of this government, to show how serious they are, is that once it is signed, in the budget they make provision, full counterpart funding, so that the contractor won't say he's waiting for payment or not. Even now, when the impact on people while the construction is going on is massive. Last time we take account, it was about 7,000 people have been employed, both from the laborer to engineers and the estate surveyors and land surveyors have been engaged. So if that project was not going, which means 7,000 people who have also been part of the jobless unemployed people in Kaduna, Abuja train service, people were employed, and also we are planning for the Itakpe that we are hoping to start in August. People will be employed, and when we do Lagos-Ibadan, people will be employed.
Ibrahim Garba, graduate of Office Technology, is one of the beneficiaries. He is now an employee of the Nigerian Railway Corporation at the Idu Station, Abuja.
Daddy, what I just finished now is that what we call shunting. We couple the locomotive together with the wagons, with the passenger wagons. So that what we did just now is we call it shunting. I'm very happy. I thank God for this administration for giving me opportunity and for making my life better.
We're actually happy to be employed because, as you can see, I'm being busy. Today is Monday morning, so I'm not at home. I'm actually in the office, I'm doing something, so it's a good thing for us.
Training and technological transfer to NRC staff is a continuous process.
We are at the engine cab. This is where the train is actually controlled, and we have 2 Nigerian train pilots and 1 Chinese observer, and these Nigerian train pilots are the ones who move the train. Well, you can see there is a beautiful technological transfer.
Almost, I like to thank God because with the help of God we've been moving successfully, and our senior boss, these are superior officers, have been able to come give us a bit of training to be able to cope with the technology, the new technology we have now, applying the Abuja-Kaduna services.
It's been so far so good. It's been nice. It's been good. It's just, actually the Nigerians move it, as you can see. We do the driving. However, we have our Chinese counterparts around with us while doing it. So all I can say, it's so far so good.
The rail revolution and modern transport system as promised by the federal government under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari are indicative of the commitment to develop the economy.
The railway sector has also received tremendous attention as this administration is committed to the goal of linking all state capitals in the federation by rail network to ease the movement of goods and passengers.
Heavy-duty equipment continue to work across various sites in the Federation. Many Nigerians believe that the rail revolution has come to stay and the President, Muhammadu Buhari, has kept his promise in reviving the rail sector.